Hello everyone, Electronic Gore here. Now this lovely, strange-looking specimen in front of us today is Jabberwacky the Interactive Space Owl. Now I did get this guy brand new in packaging, and I was planning on doing an unboxing. I filmed the unboxing, but it didn't really go as I planned. How? I can grab him, I have no clue how to get him out of the box. Sing songs. Now I thought it'd be really cool to get one of these guys since I haven't really seen a lot about them. I did find a few things out, such as on the official Furby wiki, it says he has a pet sensor on the outside of him similar to the 2012 Furby. But it turns out that that's not true at all because all he has here are these wires that are attached to these little clicky buttons that he responds to, which I still think that's pretty cool. Not quite as impressive as what I thought he had, based off information from the wiki. This is actually just his infrared. I took it out because, I'll talk about that in a second here. So it turns out that the odd brownish stain I saw on the outside of his face was not a manufacturing error in the fabric like I thought it was, but instead he was rusting from the inside out. The rust only reached the outside of his face, and it also touched the spring that holds his mouth closed, and then obviously it got on his faceplate that goes right underneath his fur. It took me quite a while to clean this up to this point. This was a lot worse off before. Hello, Gore from the future here. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned earlier that he had a problem with his mechanism and his mouth sort of clapping shut too hard. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I did get that fixed. So the problem was that there is these two pieces of plastic, one of them being the hinge for the mouth motion, that were way too close together, and they were getting caught on the plastic. There was getting caught on the... whatever. Anyways, I ended up sanding it down just a wee bit, then I added a little bit of lubrication grease so that they could slide back and forth past each other without the problems it was having before. The other problem he was having was that his feeding sensor wasn't working, and it turns out that that was very badly corroded and rusted, so I decided to clean that up too. And now he can munch. He got his munch privileges right back. Oh, and also after I messed with his gearbox just a little bit, I got his eyelids to blink properly, which is pretty swag. After I got done cleaning up all his screws and everything, I've been looking at him for a while, and I can't really tell exactly the place where the rust is coming from. But I'm like 100% sure that the rust is coming from somewhere on this board, since it was all towards the front of him, and there's no visible source of rust on the main board or anywhere else. But at the same time, I don't really see where anything could be coming from on here. But if we look right here, I believe that infrared receiver metal box thingamabob thingy is looking a little suspicious. Although, I would assume that the rust is coming from this huge fat capacitor right here on this board. So I'm going to try to replace that just to see if anything happens. And we got the infrared sender. Nothing on this works. But what I also realized that on the bottom here, this is what I thought was dust from leaving him out too long, like with no fur or anything. But it appears to be something corrosive. So I might go ahead and try to clean that up with some rubbing alcohol. There's also something like that on its main board I might try to clean up, even though it doesn't appear to be causing any problems. If you look at some of the other pictures of Jabberwackies that are on the wiki and around Google, you'll see that there's also a little tiny splotches of brown around their faces. Not only that, but the other video of Jabberwacky that's up on YouTube right now, the Jabberwacky in that video appears to also have a broken feeding sensor, which is probably a sign that he is also rusting from the inside out, which is very unfortunate, but I guess if you're considering getting one of these full-size Jabberwackies, as the fandom calls them, you might want to consider that he may be rusting from the inside out. I think we can go ahead and take a closer look at his mechanism, because that's one thing I did find very interesting about him. Because it also said on the wiki page that his insides were very similar to a Furby's insides, although I don't really see the resemblance myself, because this is his motor right here, and his gearbox is right here. Furbies don't have a gearbox, they just kind of have their gears where they need to be. And there's this little cranky, rotatey thingy right here. Probably show a clip. That spins around. And moves his mouth open and closed. And there's a spring here, which I mentioned before, that when you open his mouth, it pushes on it, and then when you let go, it closes. I've been trying to grease up the inside of him because I'm pretty sure his mouth is not supposed to snap shut the way it does on mine. I'm gonna try to put some grease where the little bits of plastic are down here for his top and bottom jaw, because it's probably getting caught on something down there. I might have to sand something down if it's too bad. But honestly, I'm really impressed by how well this guy works, despite the way that he came to me. There's his pretty little face. Get a close look at that. I'll probably do a couple more videos on him. But for now, here he is. Weird little owl gremlin creature with tentacle arms. It's quite gorgeous. I'll probably take a closer look at his instructions and maybe some of his interactive abilities in a later video. But for now, this is all I'm going to show you. I hope you enjoyed watching this. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.